the 30.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he is going to have a Ravens first down, as that'll be a gain of 15 on fourth. Final minute now of the third quarter. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. 20, 5, and he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Edwards. Touchdown, Baltimore. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the fourth quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Come on.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. On first down, it's Smith. Pass is caught. It's Metcalf going across the field here. They get 17 more on that one and another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
79 Broncos.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Hawk 70.
Alert 3.
Throwing again is Smith. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, handoff to Dallas. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DJ Dallas. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously, such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
180. 180. What a shot.
Screen, watch the screen.
180.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Jordan Brooks able to drop him for a loss of a couple. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Up the middle, it's Edwards. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, Drake. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down.
56, Mike, 56. Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Alpha, sit hot. 180. What a shot. Sit hot. 180.
Up the middle, here's Edwards. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here's Edwards again on 2nd down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Let's go. Sit hot.
Mike, 50.
180.
Mike, 56. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
They run once more with Edwards. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I know you felt
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Mike, 50.
Sit hot. Sit hot.
On the handoff, Edwards. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
56 to Mike.
They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They'll come out in the pistol.
What a shot.
56 to Mike.
Here's Jackson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback in his office.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Let's go, let's go.
56. Mike's 56. Hey, check.
Now a handoff. Edwards down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Ready, shot.
6, Mike.
Shot.
6.
180. Ready, shot.
56.
Throwing. Jackson rolling to his right. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see.
Hot.
Mike.
Again, we'll see the pistol here.
It's our field.
4th down. Here's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter. You're already in the red zone, well in field goal range. You can't throw a pick there.
And you know I want to give all the credit to the defenders, right? I mean, they made a play on the ball. But bottom line, you set up the situation perfectly. You've already got the field goal in the bag. You've got to make sure you take care of the football in that situation.
And look at this. They're going to try an onside kick to begin overtime. Oh, I think the Seahawks got it. They did. It's Seattle football.
Let's go.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Dragon 60.
Back to the air, Smith on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So 3rd down coming up. And, Charles, I guess the question for me, where does 4-down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
Let's go. Go, Trap. Go, Trap. 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger.
Fresno.
19 tight. 19 tight.
They snap it to Smith. That's to his running back, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, let's begin by trying to get into the mind of the head coach. He's telling us he wants to win the game right now. That's why they went for it and got it on 4th down.
Okay,
So here's a
ready.
1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get this. Shoot.
Geno now to throw.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up.
He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmy.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. So it's a win for the Seahawks here, and it was thanks in part to their man under center, their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, he did a little bit of